the IBC Act, which if you are successful, you will be responsible for its implementation, was actually amended in 2016. And it is the only one under Chapter 15 commissions that has separated the functions of the commissioners and the secretariat, unlike all the other Chapter 15. This one under Section 11A has went ahead to separate it. So given your experience and the fact that you've said it's not about the law, it's not about the Constitution, it's about power play, so how will you, if appointed, handle these challenges that have bedeviled IBC for the last 10 or so years?
Sorry, which particular one? Which particular challenge?
You see, Section 11,
yes.
2A.
Sets out the...
It is the only of all the Chapter 15 where it has clearly separated the roles of the Commission and of the Secretariat, unlike any other Chapter 15.
Yes.
So, given the fact that you say this is about power play, it's not an issue of law.
Yeah.
So, assuming you, and if you get this position as the chair of IBC, how will you ensure that these conflicts, perennial conflicts that have been there at IBC, which are more of power play, not the law, how will you address them as once appointed?
Okay. I think there are two different levels of conflict. The one that we were talking about in the earlier question is about the Commission as an entity and maybe another entity like part of the executive which was dealing with particular issues beforehand. Now you're asking me about within the Commission. And if you're asking me about IBC, if I was privileged to serve as chair of IBC, I would consider myself lucky, more lucky than the other constitutional commission heads, for the simple reason that I accept that amendment 11A is a very helpful and useful amendment, because you don't then have to have any tug of war about who does what. The bigger problem has been, in my view, with the other external entities. But let me come to IBC. You know what? Honestly, I think the solution to IBC, 11A is very good. It helps. But 11A will not solve the problem if the mindset of the respective players, like the commissioners and the secretariat, are mentally operating from different perspectives. That amendment is 2016. Yeah? Now, if we just look at the commission, it didn't help in 2022 at Bombers. It was there. You still had this rupture which nobody understands. Yeah? But which, for me, I attribute to more, not about the structure. I attributed more to a problem of personalities and a problem of interests, and again, power play. So the law there, which is very good, Section 11A of the Act is very good. It sets out all this, yeah? But we still have a challenge. Even when I read the Supreme Court judgment for 22, which endeavored to advise the issue of the relationship between the chairperson and the commissioners relative to the chairperson constitutionally being the returning officer for the presidential election. I am persuaded that even with that guidance from the Supreme Court, if the mindset of the people within that commission is wrong or is negative, you will still have it. So maybe I'm going further than the question you asked me, but if I was to find favor in the position that I have applied for, and I was find myself as chair of the commission, I would consider one of my most urgent and major tasks is how to make 7 people every person has come from wherever they have come from, how to turn that into a team which focuses on what the mandate is and how each of them individually can deliver for a collective discharge of the mandate. And for me, as an individual, I consider that my experience at CIC would stand me in good stead.